Hey guys, it's your girl Kay, and you can count on me to save the day. I'm coming to you today with the story time on how I failed nursing school. Many of you may not know, many of you may know, but I am currently in my senior year of college, and I am a nursing student with one more semester to go. So this was back in 2017, my first semester of nursing school. It had to be the worst year of my life. During the time I was going into nursing school, it was okay. Everything went smoothly. But then in the middle of the semester, things changed quickly. I was going through a lot. I was in a toxic relationship, a very toxic relationship that I shouldn't have been in. I was dealing with depression. I had no friends. I did nothing. And I just felt like everything in my life was just so hard to do. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just felt like I was going through a really rough patch in my life, and everybody has those points. I was just wanting to go home. I was miles away from home. I used to travel back and forth every weekend because I felt alone at college. Even surrounded by all those people, I still felt alone. And it was hard for me to cope with that. I don't know how to cope with being alone. I'm a Gemini. I like being around people. You know, I find comfort in my family, and I find comfort in being home in the city and doing things, seeing friends and all that. Because all of my life back here in the city, it's amazing. But my life in my college town, it was terrible. So I kept traveling back home, and I wasn't focusing on studying. That was my first mistake. I was taking 7 classes at that time, and one of them was a clinical. I definitely felt like I was doing well in all my classes, and I stayed on top of everything, I thought. But then my house caught on fire, and that, like, I don't know, like, it just made me sad, because it's like now I have nowhere to go to. Now I don't have comfort even in my home that I grew up in for years. So I just felt like at that time it was a lot I was going through. Good thing, I'm blessed to have my family, and I'm blessed we all made it out safe, and we relocated to a hotel for a couple of weeks. So I will come back and forth to that hotel. And even then, I would go to the hotel and forget about all my worries that I had when I was at school. I was stressed out. I was depressed. And I felt like I said, I felt alone at college. And it's like, it happens. It happens. I'm not the only person who feels like that. But yeah, I was doing well in my classes still. I was studying. I stayed on top of it most of the time. But it was times where I just felt overwhelmed. So I just left it alone for a bit. It got to the end of the semester. I had straight A's at that point. I had straight A's and 1 B. In my program, in order to pass a class, you have to have a 77 as an exam average and a 77 overall course grade. I found out that at the last moment, like literally the day of my final, I found out that my exam average was a 76.96, I believe. And in order to pass the course, I had to have a 77%. I didn't feel like I deserved to even be in nursing school at that point, because if I couldn't pass this first class, how was I going to pass all these other hard courses? Because it doesn't get easier, it gets harder. And I couldn't even handle the first step. How am I going to handle my next steps and the steps after that? I just know that it ruined my confidence after that. I'm not going to lie. When I seen that 76.96, I flipped out, because I'm like, how did she fail me over a half of a point? And I was so busy putting all my frustration into the teacher, I failed to see where I went wrong. And now that I'm older and I'm more mature from that point, I realized that it wasn't her fault at all, because it's my fault. I should have been taking the necessary steps and got help when I needed. When I realized things were slipping, I should have got help ahead of time. And it was just like, I was going through so much at that point, and I feel like that shouldn't be an excuse either, but it's the reality. I was going through a lot, and I was sad, and most of the time I didn't feel like studying because I just wanted to lay in bed or go home. But you know, after I found out I failed, it ruined my confidence. I didn't feel like I was smart enough. I didn't feel like I could do it, you know? I had to have a talk with God. Honestly, I will not lie to you. I had to have a talk with God, and I asked him to take everything out of my life that is not meant for me. He took out people, he took out relationships, he took out friendships, but he never took out nursing school. And that shows me that this is for me, and I made it. I've been through so much in this program, and I will not hide this. This is my testimony. I will not let this little L I took determine my success. And I did it. I did it and changed my mindset. It made me grow. It made me think harder. It made me work harder. It made me be more disciplined, because I'm hard on myself now. I admit it. I am hard because I know I will not fail. I failed before. I've been there, done that. I grew from that. I will not do that again. Lesson learned. And it's just like, it took me a while to finally come out about this, but I'm not ashamed. It is what it is. I'm still a student. I'm still smart. I'm still capable. I will be an RN. And it's like, I did this not only to motivate my students, but to motivate people. Like, just because you take an L, that doesn't mean that you're a loser. Think about that. Taking an L does not make you a loser, because you can turn that L around and make it a W and be a winner. So it's just like, I am not ashamed of what I've been through. This will not determine me. This failure will not determine my life. It will not determine my future. It does not define me. After that L, I've never failed a test after that or gotten a C on anything. A's and B's only, and that's just because I work hard and I make sure I won't slip and I won't let the ball drop. And sometimes you need that little push. If I didn't have that push, I would have been lazy all over again, and I wouldn't have learned my lesson. You're gonna take L's every now and then. I take a lot of L's, okay? I can't breathe, I'm tired. But yes, you guys, that was a story time on the time I failed nursing school. I hope this inspires not only my students, but anybody who is going through a tough time right now. I just want to tell you that you are not alone. You are not alone. I swear to you, you are not alone, because people go through things and they might be the happiest person. They might not show it on the outside, but people go through tough times. And I don't care if you got to write it out, cry it out, do whatever. If you need a friend to talk to your friend. Like, you can even DM me, inbox me if you're going through a tough time, because I want to tell you, I made it through and I beat it. I beat it. And I haven't been this happy in a long time. So thank you guys for watching, and you can count on K to say today.